Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of October 22nd through November 4th, 2024. This is a reading if you are Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, or have another significant Virgo placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. You can check my description box below for my website, my social media, so you can see what kind of services I offer in terms of coaching, healing, doing readings, doing astrology, human design. I have a whole lot of services that I offer, so if you are interested in my work, or going further even in terms of individual guidance, because this obviously is a general reading for the sign of Virgo, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, and maybe some cross watchers who have significant Virgo. But my individual services, you can check out my website at the description box below. We are about to move into Scorpio season, and we have an intense astrology for the end of October. We have yet another comet in the sky. Somebody pointed out this morning, 2 moons, 2 comets. There's a, what was the other thing that was pointed out? It was on my live stream this morning. There was another odd occurrence that was happening astrologically as well. Oh yeah, I think it was the solar storms. And we could be in for some more solar storms, by the way. Those have definitely been impacting the energy of the Earth, not only us individually, but this is also affecting the planet as well. So we have a lot of these changes that are coming up here. Okay. So this is really interesting. Your reading for this particular period of time, okay, overall, I'm just looking at the center cards. You've got Crook and Flail with 5 of Swords. So there's definitely a sense that you need to kind of persevere and believe in yourself, believe in your authority, stay disciplined at a time when maybe you're feeling very, very limited with the 5 of Swords. Your reading all over, on the whole, sorry about that, does not look particularly limited. So let's talk about what's going on here. Yeah, your first house, I mean, you are, your own card, your own energy is in the first house. Now, Hathor is a card, this can be a card of physical beauty, where people see you and they see you as very physically beautiful. But this is also the card of the person who has everything together, who is organized, who is paying attention to details, who gets everything right. This is also a very strongly, I'm going to call it a homey card, okay, in the sense of somebody who is very domestic, keeps a nice house, is maybe doing some cozy things like baking, or just other things that we do that we associate with kind of that cozy at home kind of feeling. Like Virgo can be a very cozy sign. Okay, so there's a lot of this cozy energy here with Hathor as well, and that's what you seem to be exuding. We also have 3 of Pentacles, so this is about you. Again, this is Earth, so Pentacles are very practical. They're very grounded, and this is almost like you working in collaboration with others, or you being able to reach out to others, or others recognizing the work that you do. And apologies if I had this little cough coming in. I have allergies have been, I love fall, but allergies are rampant. So, okay, second house. Now, this is interesting. You have Thoth with the 9 of Wands in your money sector, and this suggests to me that you are pushing through to the finish line on something. Like something that has been a problem for you is now coming to an end. And with Thoth, now there could be a legal aspect to this, like maybe there's legal monies coming in somewhere, but this is more about something happening at the right time. Okay, something happening at the right time. So this is almost saying the right time is coming. You can feel, with this 9 of Wands, you can feel like if you're tired and exhausted and waiting for something to end, it's like the end is coming, okay? Something's coming to an end, some kind of worry about finances. Maybe it's a bill you're finally going to pay off that you wanted to pay off for a long time, or maybe there's just some situation with money that you feel like you're sweating it, and now it seems like it's going to be better or to go away. Now, your third house of Gemini energy, you have Lotus with the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So this is about communications. This can also be about business and sibling relationships. Okay, that's the element of the third house here. And I'm using, for people who are not familiar, I'm using the houses of astrology as a jumping off point for this reading. Now you've got the 2 of Pentacles with Lotus suggests that you've been keeping a lot of plates spinning here. There's a lot of different things maybe being thrown at you. Maybe you're having to juggle more than one thing at once. Maybe this is stressing you out a bit. But this does seem to indicate a need for calming the mind, or may indicate that there is going to be a chance to become grounded and centered. Like whatever is the difficulty here, that this is going to be solved in some way. Now, the fourth house, this is the house of home and family. Okay, we have Earth here. Now, for some of you, maybe this is going to indicate the sale of a house, or the purchase of a house, even purchase of real estate when Earth shows up here. This is money showing up in the house of home and family. So I don't know. Money seems to be a thing. We do have the Fool. So this seems to be a new beginning of some kind. You know, there's something that is changing in the home and family sector. And with the Fool showing up, the Fool is definitely a card of, it is a card of risk-taking, but it is new beginnings, and it's a major arcana. So this is a shift that's coming, or a new beginning in a home or family situation, that it's almost, again, there's that idea of timing. This is happening at the time that it's supposed to, or the right time. So yeah, there's some kind of a new beginning here with regard to finances. So whether this has to do, again, if you're buying or selling a home, that may be part what it is for you. This could also have to do with a family situation or family finances as well. So take it as it resonates. I'm going to jump to your own house, which is the sixth house, Virgo energy. We have wing disc with the Chariot. Okay. So the Virgo house has to do with job, like if you work, if you're employed and you get paid for your employment, as opposed to having your own business, your job, which may or may not also be your career, just to kind of show the distinction between that and the 10th house up here. This could be about that. This could be about your service to others. This could be about your worries and anxieties, and also potentially health. Now, if you've had a health issue, this is very good news, because this indicates overcoming whatever problems that you have, or something finally coming to a successful conclusion. And this also seems to indicate a problem solved, like worries coming to an end. And with the Chariot, there's a chance to take control of something, to move something ahead that has been stuck. Okay, the Chariot is some of you, this could even be taking a trip somewhere, because this is definitely this idea of of movement and travel. Could be locally, could be farther away. I have to look up at the 9th house to see what that's about. But yeah, there's definitely a sense here that whatever's been worrying you or occupying your time, or if there's been concerns about health or a job, there's definitely a sense here that you are going to be moving past that. You're going to be able to expand your horizons in this way. So that's very good news if you've been feeling. See, the center, you're still feeling very limited right now. But this definitely is promising a movement away from that. Let's look at your 9th house of long distance travel. Okay, you've got Pyramid and you've got Haven. Now, Haven is a special card in this particular deck, and this is a card that is actually between the World and the Fool. So it's between card, if you think of it as a circle. So it's from card 21 to 0. Between that, there's this kind of extra card, which is like this in-between space. So in terms of moving ahead, this is Jupiter energy, okay? And this is about long distance travel. It's about higher education. It can be about spirituality. You're kind of like in this in-between place with Haven. But Haven, as it implies, is a stopping off point. It's like a place of respite that you are going to have. And this could have to do with any of those matters. This is also a house of legal matters. I feel compelled to say that, so that might have something to do with it for somebody. But Pyramid does indicate tests and challenges, or at least just something that's going to take some time. So I feel like there's going to be a respite with something, and something that's that you're going to be solving over time. So yeah, in the 9th house, again, I feel like this has to do with the ways in which we want to break out of situations that we are in, and the way that we want to make changes, and the way in which we want to expand our knowledge or move forward. We are kind of at this point that's, between the end and the beginning. And it is saying whatever's going on here is going to be resolved with time. So, yeah, so there's definitely this energy here. It's like everybody's got this energy of waiting, because it's like there's an old cycle that's finishing, and we're getting ready to jump into the new here. Let's look at the 11th house. This is Aquarian energy, and you have the Moon with the buckle of Isis. Okay. Now, this has to do with what you're trying to manifest. And again, there's this sense here with the Moon that you're not really clear on something or on what's going to happen. This could be about a particular relationship, or some kind of networking that you have with somebody. So there could be a relationship that you're unsure about, but I feel like this may have to do more with what you're trying to manifest, what your wishes are. But the Buckle of Isis is assuring you that whatever efforts you're making right now, even if you can't see where this is going, they are going to be rewarded. Sometimes this can also indicate situations happening with friendships or relationships or associations that maybe where you are going to break away. Maybe you feel like there's something here that's not clear to you, or maybe you're making that decision and you're not sure if it's the right decision. But this would be saying, no, whatever decisions you make right now are going to be rewarded. This is labor and efforts rewarded when this shows up. This also can be a card of fidelity. So for some of you, if you're doubting whether a friend has been loyal to you or not, or an associate, this would imply that they are. Even if, again, there may be some kind of nebulous situation. So take that as it resonates for you. Pisces house. Okay, you got a lot of Piscean energy here in the 12th house. So there's definitely this sense of you've got Nephthys here, which is this is, like I said, this is Pisces energy. This is what we don't see. So there may be concerns about things that we are not seeing right now. And then with the Six of Chalices, this has to do with concerns about the past or looking to the past. This is somebody, this often harkens back to childhood. This can have to do with soul connections. But there's almost this feeling of nostalgia or the past kind of intervening in the present. And again, there's this energy, this nebulous energy of not really knowing exactly where we are at the moment. So I don't know. I feel like there's a lot here that we're waiting to happen, and that your intuition is going to tell you more than anything. But Six of Chalices sometimes also comes up when we have people or situations from the past that we are revisiting. And being that this is a house that has a lot to do with the soul and the liberation of the soul, Six of Chalices can also indicate a past pattern that has been hidden, that eventually may come to light, and maybe there's going to be a chance to solve it. But for the moment, I think it feels like it's something that's in shadow. 12th house has to do with what's hidden and what's not obvious. Now let's look at the other side. Let's look at the 8th house, which is the house of transformation. And you have Isis with the Ace of Chalices. Okay. Now, Isis has a strong mother vibe to it, and it's in the house of transformation, endings and beginnings. This is Scorpio energy, and we are moving into Scorpio season. So this could be something where you need to, along with the Ace of Chalices, a new beginning is promised for you, and this is an emotionally satisfying new beginning. But there may be patience, there may be a sense of compassion that's needed in a situation, there may be a sense that you are going to need self-care of some kind. All of that is definitely connected to all of that. Now, I didn't look at your 10th house. I usually look at that in conjunction with the 6th. So we have Anubis with the King of Swords. And so Anubis, okay, this is about protecting yourself, protecting your boundaries. King of Swords is being decisive about something. Now, in terms of career, this is often energy that has to do with somebody who's either in a legal position, a manager, position of authority. Could be somebody who is a teacher. Definitely, Swords energy is very verbal, very mind-oriented. So this is somebody who's taking a very clinical and detached view. This could be somebody who's working in a field that requires that kind of detachment. So I don't know. There's definitely a strong sense of decisiveness here in terms of career. And again, with Anubis, this may be about protecting yourself. So I don't know. Maybe there's something you're doing where you feel like you need to have legal counsel, or whether you just need somebody who is an expert in something to come in and take a very detached view of a situation. But yeah, there definitely seems to be this call here to negotiation of some kind. So that's rather interesting in that house. Okay, so let's go down to the 5th house, which is, these are the houses that have to do with love. This house doesn't exclusively have to do with love. It also has to do with children. It has to do with, creative projects, things like that. Now we have fire with the 7 of Wands. Okay, so there's some situation here. This could be a love situation. If it's a love situation, I have a feeling that there's a lot of passion, or at least a lot of strong emotion, but there's the sense that somebody is standing their ground, whatever that's going to mean for the situation. There's a sense of needing to stand, either you needing to stand your ground or somebody standing their ground in a particular situation. So, yeah, but so I don't know. I think in this area this could indicate a creative spark too. Maybe there's a project you're working on and you feel like, in spite of people telling you, maybe they think it's a waste of time or something, that you need to keep going with it. But I think in terms of love relationships or even situations with children, there's some situation where there's a lot of strong emotions and you're being called upon to stand your ground here. Now, if we go over to the 7th house, which have to do with marriages, business partnerships, any kind of contractual relationship, we have Ta with the Page of Swords. Okay, so Page of Swords indicates, finding out information indirectly through gossip, through other things, not, feeling like people are talking behind your back, like there's something that you're not seeing here. And with Ta, this is a very practical card. This is Capricornian energy. So this could be about, this is generally the card of very solid masculinity, of structures, of building something. So maybe there's something that you're working towards building here, but I feel like there may be information that you're missing right now. If this is about new love, maybe there's something about a person that you're going to hear about. This could be, okay, this is what the scenario that's kind of presenting itself in my mind. If you're looking for new love, maybe there's somebody, because we're also seeing this fidelity card up here, questions about fidelity with somebody. So if there's a friend who you're wondering if, like let's just say you're in a relationship or you like somebody or you like a friend, if you may be wondering about whether or not somebody's going behind your back or whether somebody's been faithful to you or not, this seems to indicate a person is solid. Okay, Ta would indicate somebody who's solid, somebody who you can build a structure with, male or female. And so I feel like somebody may be influencing you away from a particular relationship, but you need to stand your ground, because some people are just being gossipy, and maybe even people, if they're well-intended, don't have all the facts. Now, I mentioned overall that, maybe you're feeling some limitations right now, but there's a strong sense, Virgo, I would say your overall message here is you want to stand your ground in things. That certain situations that have been occupying your time are going to come to an end, and that you are going to be moving into a space where you are able to overcome whatever is blocking you right now. Now, your essential oil cards here, okay, your first card is eucalyptus, and the keyword here is reset. The trigger statement is, I am sick. The true statement is, I am alive. It's time to embrace a new way of being, one filled with health and the freedom to create a new reality. Well, that certainly fits in with this. So, and sick does not have to be physically sick, too. It can be also just feeling anxious and sick or feeling run down. From more mental than physical, right? Or, well, the two usually go together. Then you have the sandalwood card. And your keyword here is awareness. The trigger statement is, I never get what I want. The true statement is, I am a powerful creator. Okay, listen to your inner voice, release your ideas of the outcome you wish to see, and trust that you are aligned with the universe. Okay, and so that certainly shows up in this creative space of standing your ground, not yielding in certain situations, because changes definitely are coming, and it does seem like there is going to be help. There's a lot of new beginnings. It seems to be a lot with home and family here, where there's big changes. But you may feel like you're juggling a lot of things, and like you want to be done with certain situations, especially around finances and things like that. And if there's a relationship that someone's trying to throw you into doubt about, you don't want to listen to those people. There's a lot here about outside influence of people who are trying to doom and gloom or do all these things, and they're not they're not what you want to listen to. So stand your ground, stand in your own power. You definitely have good judgment here, and you do have it together. So do be aware that things are going to be changing in a positive way for you. I hope this reading was helpful, Virgo. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in November.